Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Alrighty, what's up, everybody? Supreme Decisions here, and tonight I actually don't have any particular thing to talk directly about, so I'm going to bring up the ideas that I'm working on. And I want you guys to tell me in the comments what it is that y'all actually want to hear me talk about. And just kind of spitballing some things because I was thinking about how a lot of times we have these issues that could possibly go to trial, and then during trial, what will be some of the strategies in the case of, let's say, we're talking about police cover-ups, and that seems to be the thing now, where you have missing records or falsified documents, and they're making their way into court, and you use that as a form of showing misconduct. I was thinking about doing something along those lines, and possibly doing like a little series or something on certain legal loopholes. And I was actually cause like right now I'm just spitballing, I'm just throwing stuff out there, and like even weaponizing lost video, because most every time that I look at something, they do send video out. I'll say 90% of the time, the actual video that we get is either heavily redacted or is missing audio, and or it's not the entirety of the video. And I want to talk about some of the things that we can do to get those and how it's obtained properly. And even today, I was kind of like thumbing through TikTok, which I need to stop doing, but I'm not even going to joke about that. And most days, for whatever reason, I'm going through TikTok during the day. I'm gonna say this more. This is not necessarily in the evening, but during the day, early part of the day, there'll be like 5 or 6 creators that's talking about the Carmelo Anthony case. And today I did a little research because I want to just kind of get familiar with it, because I've seen it, don't know a whole bunch about it, but I do know most of the stuff that they're saying is wrong, because I actually heard, well, he's already been convicted. And I'm like, he doesn't even go to trial until June of next year, of 2026. And that actually dawned on me. So as I did my research, I actually sat down and had some lunch today and just researched the Carmelo Anthony case. And I want to find out, is this something that you guys would like to hear about or hear my opinion on? Or even, because I actually wrote this out during lunch, what will be my legal defense for Carmelo Anthony if I was defending him? Because I think, to me, that's the most interesting part. Because things happening here in Texas, it's, for me, the reason I'm here is because of the free will of Texas. The law of, no duty to retreat. The, what do you call it? Basically, they want everybody here to be weaponized. And they really speak about defending person and property. So I wanted to do probably in the master class. So not the regular one where we're talking about basic. I'm talking about the top tier where someone is actually trying to do this for a living. I want to talk about the actual defense that I would put together for Carmelo Anthony and what that looks like. So I think that's the biggest thing of why I would want to even talk about this for the most part. And like I've really just been kind of just throwing things out there, and just like if something pops in my head, I go do research on it. And this has been more frequently because again, I have more time now because I'm not working at the restaurant and I'm doing this pretty much full time again. But it's looking different because now I'm trying to kind of transform into something different. And one thing I'm probably going to do a video on tomorrow is the police flashlight retaliation and how that affects you and what you can do against it and what it actually means, because most people don't know, what it is or how it is, and they just accept it for what they believe it is. I want to go into things like, what is interference? The wrong name on a warrant. What makes a police officer's orders lawful? Because I don't even think police officers know. And basically expounding on the bad officer series. Because the thing is, we need to figure out how to fight back and fight back effectively, because we know the people that we're doing this against is not going to police themselves. So anything, I'm actually going to put up something. So if somebody wants to sponsor a show, you can actually, either do a donation to Cash App, Zelle, or even an Apple Pay. So basically, you can have an opportunity to sponsor a show, ask a question, get it answered, and then if you have a business, have it kind of advertised and things of that nature. I'm not gonna have it where it's just something that's done, but I've been kind of just spitballing things. And what is it that you guys really want to know? Because for me, a lot of this is repetitious, because this is something I do every day, and I might see something in one case and it pops up somewhere else differently. And I think I've talked about it and I haven't done anything with it. So that's where I actually want to make sure you guys stay engaged and stay focused on what it is that we're moving towards. So yeah, just tell me what you guys think, what y'all want to talk about, what direction we should go. And even lastly, before I actually get off, because like I said, I just want to come on here and say a couple things. I had a book. Well, had is horrible. I have a book. And I started writing it, I want to say I started writing it 2009. Yeah, I want to say I started writing in 2009. And I never finished it. I mean, it was one of those things where it's not about law. It's about the midst of the transformation that I was doing and what got me there. And it was called the art from within, because anytime you're making a life change, it needs to be done from the inside out, because what's inside is what's going to come out. And basically, I put this together and finally kind of shortened it up and made it something that's not so out there. because I was literally putting thoughts on paper, adding some pictures, and then I thought about that's not how people read books anymore. So I put together a short ebook. I'm actually going to post it on, I believe, the channel and a few other places where you can get it for $4.99. It's not terribly expensive. The Art from Within, a practical guide to mastering focus, speech, and energy in a noisy world. And again, it was something that even if you go, and I have a channel called The Energy Mover, and I talk about the meditation practices that I've done. And even today, I was looking at something that Andrew Tate said, and it was profound to me because I looked at, again, the Art from Within when I started writing and what my practices were. One of the things he said was, no matter what I have worldly, I never forsake my spirituality and my spiritual practices. And I understood what that meant because I watched him so much to where he speaks about it in real time. So I thought about the things now why I'm so cloudy at this moment is because I've stopped mastering focus. My speech is kind of in and out because my energy is off right now. And that's because I am not taking my spiritual practice seriously for the most part. I'm not even going to sugarcoat anything. And that's one of the things I was challenging myself to do this month, and I didn't do it. I'm not even going to joke. But it's something that I plan on getting back to even as soon as tonight. Because doing things with a purpose and understanding that purpose and staying disciplined within it allows us to be better and stay on a path to where we need to go and how we need to get there. Because that's what sets up the vision. And this is one of the reasons why, because people have asked me several times, what got me to winning the RICO trial? What got me in a position to where I was able to consume the amount of knowledge I did and able to put it into practice in a short period of time? And for me, it was literally this book. And while it went from 22 chapters to probably 22 pages, because again, I took away the noise, I took away the distractions, I took away everything that wasn't fundamentally fit for this and made it usable. I took away the noise in it. And right now, even though it's dead silent in here, I still allowed a lot of noise into my life, which is, again, because I've neglected the spiritual aspects of what I was doing and what I am doing, to the fact where I'm still asking questions. So now the direction that I'm offering is one of, I think I'm going to say it's from a leadership point, because I didn't lose focus on where I'm going. I just lost focus of the path. So the hope to keep you guys engaged, to keep moving forward, to keep doing what's necessary. Let's be more involved and say, hey, what is it that you guys want? Because I don't want to just be talking and not having purpose. I actually enjoyed reading off the names for the donations. I enjoyed the super chats. I enjoyed the Q&As where we had back and forth. Now we're getting ready to move into a different era, which is the master class and the master teachings and things of that nature. So it's time to be more viewer friendly. Let's call it that. So we're going to keep going. And as you see, we're going to keep growing. Things are going to get better. And I'm actually going to do something about these bare ass walls behind me. So let's get ready and let's get growing. and I'll see you in a few hours. Supreme, I'm out.